Welcome to Jyva skyla. It's Friday afternoon, and as you can see, the Sheffield Steelers are back on the ice less than 18 hours after that 9-1 defeat in Gothenburg. What a night that was for the Sheffield Steelers. The first two periods, so proud, so outstanding. What commitment by the whole Sheffield Steelers team. But then the third period, well, once that third goal went in, you could just see the energy levels drop, and the stunning ability, the outstanding physical specimens that are Frölunda just took over. They put on a clinic. The Sheffield Steelers were tired. They took some penalties, and of course we all know what the result was, a 7-1 third period. And then of course it was the morning after the night before. The 5 a.m. alarm went off, the 6 a.m. bus from the hotel to Gothenburg Airport, the short flight to Helsinki, 2-hour layover, and then here to Jyva skyla. And an hour and a half later, the boys are back on the ice. The good news is Colton Fretter is on the ice. He hadn't skated before yesterday's game. He's been really poorly, shouldn't have played, but of course scored that all-important and historic first Champions Hockey League goal for the Sheffield Steelers. The good news is he's a little bit better today. He's keeping some food inside him. He's got a little bit of colour back, and he wasn't expected to skate. Paul Thompson told him he could take the skate off, but he's out there. He's playing with Matthew Warr and Tyler Masienko, and he's on the ice, and he'll get some food inside him, and the medics will have a look at him afterwards. It's been a pretty busy day. It's been a pretty tough trip for the Sheffield Steelers. They were very disappointed after the defeat, that 9-1 defeat. They really felt they'd kind of let the side down, but they didn't. It was so inspiring the first 40 minutes, but so just disappointing that last 20 minutes. That's why we caught up with head coach Paul Thompson and the man who scored that historic goal for the Sheffield Steelers, Colton Fretter. Paul, just off the ice after a Friday skate, thoughts?
Well, we had to wait for the sticks to arrive and the kit from Andy and Dan, who drove up from Helsinki. So we got on the ice a little later than normal. It's been a long day. I mean, most of the guys were up at 5 a.m. this morning, but I wanted to skate the acid out of their legs and just get them a feel, and then we'll have an optional practice tomorrow morning and a team meeting tomorrow morning. We'll all come in together and prepare, the big challenge tomorrow night.
I was going to say, most people back home will say, well, they had a really tough game last night. They've had a day's travel. Wouldn't it be better just to go back to the hotel? But that's actually the last thing they need.
No, we just need to skate it off and get the acid out their legs, get them a feel again, and we'll get back to the hotel around 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight, and they'll have a good meal inside them, and they can have a good night's sleep, and then and get up early for breakfast, and away we go again.
You've had 24 hours, if you like, to mull over in your own head. I know you've watched the video a couple of times of the game on Thursday evening. Have your thoughts changed a lot on what you said after the game?
No, there's not a lot more I can add to what I said previously. We played very well for 2 periods, and then I think a little bit of fatigue got into our game. From that point of view, we took 2-3 unnecessary minor penalties. Then we took some penalties because we were behind the play. But that's what happens when you've only been going a week and you're going against the calibre of a team like Frölunda. And I have to look at the positives, and there was many positives. And as we go along on this journey, during this CHL camp, I'm expecting us to get better each time.
One positive was the guy who's just walked past you, Colton Fretter, who he's been really poorly. He went beyond the cause last night and scored the goal, and he looks like he's going to play tomorrow. He seems okay.
Well, he looks like he's on the road to recovery. I mean, he has been poorly, and all credit to him for sticking a Steelers jersey on yesterday and playing for us. And without him, we wouldn't have got that solitary goal. And like I say, I think today was a lot of thoughts last night. There was a lot of disappointment in the camp because we felt we let ourselves down, our fans down, our club down, our city down, and because for 2 periods we were right there. But that's what quality opposition does to you if you don't play for 60 minutes, and that's exactly what happened.
Quality opposition as well, this team here in Jyva skyla.
Oh yeah, and same thing. These guys are young, they're quick, they've got some real good veteran leadership, and we've got another almighty challenge tomorrow. But it's one that now there should not be any fear. We know what to expect. Obviously teams are different system-wise and everything else, and we'll be as prepared as we can be tomorrow. And and I'm excited to see the character in our performance tomorrow, because again, it's a process.
About and a bit of colour, because it's been a rough few days, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been not ideal, but you got to battle through.
Yeah, how are you feeling now? Update, Friday afternoon, you've just had a good skate out. How are you feeling?
A little light.
Yeah.
Just need to get some food in me, and hopefully that'll make me feel a bit better.
Yeah. Just talk us through Thursday night. We'll talk about your goal in a moment, but it was a hell of an experience, wasn't it? Not just for yourself, for the whole team.
Yeah, it was a good experience. You see different styles of hockey and different calibers, and we were right there for 2 periods, and then got in some penalty trouble, and it cost us.
What was the thought in the dressing room at the end of the second, and how different was it when you came in 20 minutes later?
Well, I wasn't really in the locker room. I was doing other stuff. But, yeah, everyone was pretty high spirits. It's two goals against a team like that. It's impressive. And then to have that third, that hurts a little bit. So hopefully we can come back for this game and turn it around.
Okay. Talk to us just about the penalty shot, but actually talk to us how you drew the penalty shot, because you had a great scoring opportunity just before that, which led to the penalty.
Yeah, that was a great heads-up play by Wazzy. He got the puck and there was some time, and I just saw it and tried to take off, and he flipped it right to my stick and went in, and the guy took me down and still tried to get a shot on net there, and thankfully the ref gave me the penalty shot. And the penalty shot, I came in and saw that their goalie was pretty far out, so if I thought I could have weighed him out and drag him too far, I'd have that side open, and thankfully it went in.
Yeah, thankfully you did. And it was what we deserved, because they deserved the goal. The whole team did, didn't they?
Yeah.
For the performance that they put in, because they gave so much.
Yeah, we had a lot of chances, I thought, especially in the first period. Came out really strong, and it was nice to be able to get one.
Can we get another one here tomorrow? Because it's not going to be any easier, is it?
No, it's not going to be any easier. The Finnish teams, from what I've heard of, are very strong defensively. They're defense first, and it's going to be tough, but we're going to have to keep battling.
Just briefly, for the untrained eye, what's the difference in playing for Lunda and Jyva skyla to playing Coventry, Cardiff and Nottingham? What are the big keys that they do that the others don't better?
It's hard to say. It's not skill. It's not speed. It's just a lot of like hockey knowledge, like reading the plays, like knowing where your players are, things like that. Things that you can't teach, and it's hard to teach that. I guess you could say.
Okay. We wish you the best of luck. Get home, get well, get some food inside you, and hopefully get another one tomorrow. You wear the special jersey tomorrow now as well, don't you?
Yeah.
You were thrilled about that. Yeah.
No. It's just a target. I've played in leagues where you had those with the jerseys and the helmets, and it's kind of a target. But
good luck to you. Well done. And we'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
So on Thursday night, it was the baptism of fire in Gothenburg against Frölunda, and on Saturday, well, it's not going to get any easier here in Finland. Steelers versus Jyva skyla. It's a 5 o'clock face-off local time, 3 o'clock back in Blighty, which means you can join Seth Bennett and myself live on BBC Radio Sheffield from 2:45. You can watch the game delayed a little later in the evening on Premier Sports. We look forward to you joining us then. Champions Hockey League, it's what it's all about, folks.